Oh my god, it's wet. Oh.
Episode 3, and I went down a rabbit hole recently, and I started watching reviews of the first 2 episodes.
Whew.
There are so many videos.
Different rabbit hole than I was expecting you to start talking about.
Rabbit hole. So, there are so many people knocking this series.
Lots.
And downrating it, and I'm listening to why they're doing it, and they're so full of crap. Because they're out there saying that it's not completely following the book's lore and everything. They can't just look at a show as a new entertainment and for what it is, a brand new show.
This show is not, it's not perfect. Like it's not perfect by any means.
No. There's some pacing issues sometimes. But it's not. It's beautifully shot. It has some half-decent action in it.
Yep.
I'm enjoying the story so far. People are complaining, oh, they keep jumping on the map from one place to another. Did you ever watch Game of Thrones? The #1 show on TV? Well, yeah, they've done that too. But, like, I expected a dumpster fire when I was reading all the reviews on the show. And I'm enjoying the show.
And I saw one thumbnail that says episode 3 is dropped and it's gotten worse. I'm thinking, oh, okay, something happened in this one that's going to change my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it, and I'm still enjoying it.
Okay. Yeah.
However, episode 3 is not without its problems.
Such as,
okay, so they take the...
spoiler review, by the way.
Spoiler review. So, Warrior Elf, they take him to, like... I can't
Elf number 7.
Names, right? I can't remember their names. But anyway, he's enslaved, and they take him to, to this, wherever he is to...
Yes, he's in a slave
stuff.
Yes.
Right? And everybody's chained together, and it's all these elves, and these their master beings can't get touch with light or whatever. All of his fighting, all of the fighting that he did was terrible. Terribly CGI'd.
Well, I do notice they're doing...
The dog thing that was after him.
Okay, they're doing a lot of jumping on chains. Jumping on
Yes.
chains or swords and then flying through the air. They did that in the first episode.
Yeah.
They did it in this one.
It's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon stuff, and
the flying through the air looks really fake. The warg looked like really bad CGI.
really bad.
Yeah. But it's TV.
And you can't... No, okay, I'm stopping you right now. Because this is the second video you've done in a very, very short... Well,
Don't let me bring up Next Generation.
Okay, if you want to bring something up from 30 years ago,
No.
you go for it.
I'm going to agree with Mark on this one. She-Hulk, I could get away with it because it's like a sitcom. Okay, but this one, they put a lot of money into it, and the CGI was very bad.
But listen, even with She-Hulk, we're not talking low-budget TV. We're talking Disney and Marvel properties.
Yeah, but they're not going to spend $200 million on She-Hulk.
But they have the technology. It's not like they have to invent it. They have it.
Yeah, but they still have to spend the money on it.
Yeah, if you notice, the economy isn't in their favor right now.
Well,
And it's not going to be if they keep releasing crap.
Well, in She-Hulk, it's a lighthearted show. People aren't looking at it for blockbuster
we're
CGI.
digressing from Lord of the Rings.
But the warg, not only was it bad CGI, but the warg look itself was ugly and terrible.
Yeah.
Like, they could have made a cool-looking beast at least.
Right.
Yes, yeah, I'll agree that the warg was the worst CGI on the film so far.
Yes, okay. Then, another part of the show where... Okay, so... What's her name?
Galadriel.
Galadriel. She's talking to the leader of this island camp that they've landed on. And she says, no, you are bound to these walls. Like, you're not leaving. And then the next conversation she has with that, what's his face?
The captain of the guard there.
That's been told to watch over her. Oh, yeah, well, we have a law building. Did you say ride? And suddenly they're riding an hour and a half away. They're not allowed to leave the compound.
Okay,
the castle.
But we also understand that in his past, he is a friend of the elves. Okay?
Sure.
So maybe he's doing this against the royal wishes, but he is an ally of the elves.
Okay, but he's going to get himself beheaded because she wants to go take a look at some
Maybe.
Or
law papers.
Or guess what? He's in her side, and he's one of the new hero characters when they leave the place.
They're not going to notice that he just took off with her?
Listen, we don't know the consequences yet.
We haven't
All I'm
seen
saying-
episode 4.
All I'm saying is that the show is creating situations
That are dramatic?
and not following their own rules. That's all.
What, you've never seen a show where somebody disagrees with a leader
No,
and
no,
does
no.
something different?
But that's not what this was.
That's exactly what this was.
No, he didn't disagree with
Oh,
it.
the guy in the prison cell on She-Hulk says, I'm never going to escape. And then in the next
We're talking
scene,
about
he has
She-Hulk
escaped.
again.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's the thing. Like, you see one thing, and then there's drama that they do something else.
Okay, well, listen. I'm just saying that the show is not without its issues. That's one of them.
Okay. I like, so far, the acting.
Acting is great.
I like the way they're revealing characters, like, because this is spoilers, they reveal that the person Galadriel is traveling with is the descendant
royalty.
king.
Royalty.
Okay?
Yes.
And
At least they're hinting at it. He hasn't come right out and said it yet.
But
Well,
I think
but
it's,
I
I
think
think
it's-
we can.
And I like his character. Like, he's charming, he's smart, he's capable, and he looks exactly like Aragorn.
Yes. Now, one of the big complaints is those people that in the land that they just visited are supposed to be 8 feet tall from the stories. Big, huge warriors. And they're human in this one. They're basically different humans. Right? So people have been whining that they didn't make them 8 feet tall like avatars from the movie Avatar.
On what, this island?
Yeah. Like that land, those people are supposed to be 8 foot tall warriors. And so how did that normal human beat up these big guys, these 6 guys? Have you ever seen a fight movie?
That
Have
was
you ever
actually-
seen movies?
I'm gonna give this episode props for that. That back alley fight, I enjoyed
Yeah.
that.
Also, it's more violent than I thought this show was going to be. Like when that warg attacked, as bad as the CGI, it was ripping arms off a girl, and a girl. The first attacker was a girl, and she got mutilated right off the bat. Another guy got his stomach eaten out while everyone's standing around. I didn't mind that. Now some of the fight scene when he jumps up and he cuts the board over top and it all falls down.
They're flying through the air, that's gotta stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a superhero. He's an elf. However, people are saying, he can't. I saw again, another complaint was, boy, in that first episode when that ogre attacks and she just kills it right away, she's just way too strong. I seem to remember Legolas killing this elephant thing all by himself in The Return of the King, and no one went and said, oh, I don't think he could have done that. That's not... So get over yourselves if those are your
Yeah.
complaints on
And
this show.
it's not like she just took him apart. It's like he was distracted, she cut the tendons on his legs, he fell over, and she was able to get him.
Yeah.
And it's not like she's an unseasoned warrior.
No, she's been alive hundreds of years and is the commander of the army.
I have no issue with her character.
Not at all.
I don't have a lot of issues with any... Well, you know what? The Hobbit substitutes are my least favorite of the show.
Only because they haven't done
Anything
much
really yet.
But
It's a distraction from the rest of the...
I think before the adventure and everything started going to crap with the hobbits, they're doing what hobbits do.
Yes. Oh, I'm just saying. They're the least interesting so far.
Yeah.
With the
With the giant guy, whoever he is.
unless the giant turns out to be
Gandalf.
Gandalf.
It doesn't matter who he... I'm just saying, right now, that's the least interesting of my trip in this journey.
His English is coming along quite well, though.
I think the cinematography is great. I think the score is great, although my wife is upset because we keep on... Whenever the music comes on, it's way too loud for her, so she has to turn it down, and
Then
then
they start
talking,
getting
and then turn it up.
Turn it up.
Okay. Well, that's a legitimate complaint.
So I'm loving this. I did watch... It's only the first episode of the House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
And I would say that they're equally good, except one is more mature rated,
Yeah.
and the other one is more mainstream fantasy.
Right.
And I'm having a blast. I don't need to know every single detail that happened in books that were written 100 years ago. Don't need to know that.
No.
Just tell me the story now.
Yeah. Okay. I get that. And as far as woke points go, I didn't really see a whole lot in this episode. So either I missed them, or
I haven't seen a whole lot.
they're not in your face.
the whole, oh, she's an ultimate warrior, she can't do any wrong. Well, in episode 2, she gets rescued, otherwise she would have died in the ocean by a man, by the way.
She's a main character. There's going to be story points revolving around her.
They're making up stuff just to say that it's bad.
It's for clicks.
Yeah, it's getting me upset when people don't review things based on their own quality.
Well, they're going to get more clicks than us.
Absolutely, but we're right. That's the difference.
See that?
Okay, episode 3, I think, is still a success. I'm really enjoying the series, so if you don't have Amazon, find someone who does.
Who doesn't have Amazon
Become their
anymore?
friend. Get their password.
During the pandemic, everyone has Amazon nowadays. It's the only way you can buy stuff. So you don't have to buy it. Just go on, watch the show, give it a chance. If you were saying, oh, I don't want to watch this because it's not true to this, give it a chance as a fantasy story.
And this episode even ends on a cliffhanger because the queen, who is kind of rude and aggressive towards Galadriel, in private says, oh my god, now the elf is here. Like,
they were expecting her.
Yeah, there's a writing and they can see that they're showing up kind of thing.
A little prophecy. So we'll see.
Yeah. All right. And this is, how many episodes is this supposed to be? 9?
I have no idea.
Well, I hope at least 9, because but they're planning multiple seasons.
5 seasons, I heard.
5 seasons, yeah.
So I think they're already filming season 2, which is good, because so far I'm enjoying it, and I'll keep watching it so far.
Now, I saw on YouTube that Amazon has actually said something like, we're going to fix Galadriel. I don't know what that means. I think she's fine.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Don't change the character, because I think she's fine, and I think so far I'm really enjoying the Lord of the Rings series. Better than anything else that I've seen on Disney right now.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
And I mean anything on Disney+. Have you seen Pinocchio? Don't.
Oh my god, it's wet. Oh. Uh-oh, sex change.